All right. Okay. Give everybody a chance to get in here. Well, usually it does a multi-guest thing. It says invite all.
Let's go be in nature.
Do you feel like
Hello, how are you?
Put her in their own house. Yeah.
I get the same. Like, Dad only just made teepees in the woods.
How's it going?
We're really connecting on today is our kids and their lack of respect for us. They're meant to keep us humble.
They do.
Know? This mountain is another thing to keep me humble. Okay.
It's going pretty good. Been a very long day.
Wow, look.
Just trying to get the invite sent out here.
Look at
Hold on,
that.
we got a big drop off here.
Look at that. That is so cool.
We're going to drop down.
We were finally in book 3 of the Chatting Book of Enoch.
What are you talking about?
Like
Wait, are we going right here? We're going down
We're going to
there?
get down there, yeah.
So
Hold on.
as soon as we get some folks in here, we're going to start reading. Hey Tina, could you mute for me, please?
Let's go up that one. Down to that big boulder. Let's set this up. Come with me. Okay, well, let's see if that's solid.
I feel like it's not solid. We ended up at this ledge. We need to go.
Hello, how are you?
So apparently we now have to go over the ledge.
You guys come hang out while we read the Book of Enoch, man. Hey Reaper, what's going on, brother?
What's up?
Oh, nothing much, man. We finally made it. We finally made it to book 3. Finally.
Awesome.
Yep, we're starting it tonight. I'm so excited. Whew. It's been a long day. Today was like a long day. I don't know why.
Wow. I feel you on that.
It just seemed like it drug and drug and drug, you know what I mean? We're going to catch a buzz here for a second, and then we're going to start reading. Oh. I realized today that my youngin is growing up way too fast, and it's driving me crazy. She's so little and so tiny, man. She just says crazy shit out of nowhere, and it sounds so cute, and it makes me feel like a big old warm something inside. I don't know. I just feel like a little kid when she talks to me sometimes. It's so sweet. She come up to me today. She's like, "Dad, come on." Okay. She's talking now, and it's so fucking cool. Oh, no problem. You're welcome. You guys can come up and grab a box and hang out. You're more than welcome. We're going to catch a buzz here and chill out for just a minute. It's been a real exciting read. We can kind of go over some of the things that we've been talking about. This has been a huge deal. Oh, and you guys can now go to YouTube, and you guys will you guys can now get every full episode of this on YouTube now. So you go to Real People of Faith on YouTube, and you guys can watch full episodes that we've done on there. So yeah.
Cool.
It's only missing like one episode, and I gotta wait till tomorrow to upload it because it gives you like an upload limit type deal. But yeah, I think right now there's like 12 episodes on there. So, anyway, yeah, we just got done reading. It was like right before the flood. Enoch got sent down to earth for 30 days before the flood. And he got to warn everybody and tell them what's going to happen and tell them what's coming, you know, all that stuff. So now, I guess, now that that's over, we're going to start. It's getting this introduction. This is introduction to the third book of Enoch, the elevation of Metatron. Okay, so I guess the last transformation was his second transformation. So this will be his third. That's pretty cool. I'm pretty excited. All right. So this says this is him transforming into Metatron here. Look at that shit. That's pretty wild. Okay. Oh, what's that? Oh, what's going on, man? All right, so it says Introduction to the Third Book of Enoch and the Elevation to Metatron. Enoch 3 is perhaps the most mysterious and elaborate of the iconic texts. Unlike the earlier books, this one places us directly within the ecstatic visions and heavenly ascents of the figure known as Rabbi Ishmael. Okay, oh, we're getting into Ishmael. Okay, cool. This is Rabbi Ishmael, and revered mystic who enters the highest heavens and beholds the divine place, or the Hekalot, through his eyes. Readers are given access into the inner workings of the celestial realm, where radiant beings and the divine chariot and the Merkabah define a world of staggering holiness and precision. See, God's like, everything is like precision. So this is not a historical or prophetic book in the traditional sense. It is a mystical journey filled with revelations about the architecture of the heavens and the roles of the inhabitations. So the inhabitants. We are introduced to the fire angels, storm-wielding guardians, and cosmic scribes who record every human thought and divine decree. The heavens are depicted as a multi-layered courts governed by complex hierarchies. So hierarchies of different angels, that's what it is. Metatron, once a human Enoch of Genesis, he has been transformed into a young glorified being, and a crown divine letters and given authority over the celestial host called the Prince of the Presence. And even the lesser what? Okay. Even the lesser Yahweh, Metatron embodies. Okay, he's lesser than God, obviously. So he says lesser. He says I had to read that for a second. This presents an even lesser than Yahweh. Metatron embodies powerful idea that a human through righteousness and divine election can be elevated to a near angelic role in the heavenly order. There you go. One of the most fascinating aspects of Enoch 3 is its depiction of the heavenly bureaucracy. Angelic scribes, gatekeepers, and the judges that populate the text, each of the clearly defined the responsibilities, yet for its grandeur. Book 3 of Enoch is also intimate. Okay. And in one moment, Rabbi Ishmael stands terrified before the divine host. In the next, he is comforted and restored by Metatron, who calls him beloved. This balance between awe and the nearness gives a book an emotional depth of theological richness. Book 3 of Enoch does not concern itself with earthly narratives, but with spiritual realities, and it's a map of the heavens. It's a map of the heavens, a vision of divine structure and the meditation of holiness and revelation. Reading it is like entering the temple, but not of stone, but of fire and the light of culminate. What is it? Let me read that right. Culmination of the journey that began when Enoch walked with God and then was no more. Here that same soul reappears, not just exalted, but enthroned and radiant bridge between the human and the divine. It says Metatron stands crowned and radiant, his youthful face serene yet commanding. Once Enoch, now he reigns as the divine scribe, prince of the presence. And that's what I just showed you. So this is him in his ultimate form. Like God straight made him an angel, like straight up. You guys can come up and hang out in the chat, man. Ask questions, talk trash, whatever. We're just hanging out. Feel free to come up and grab a box, man. Hey, there's Jay. What up, Jay? Hey, Lucky, what's going on?
Not much, just got done cooking.
There you go. So, we're getting ready to start reading about Enoch's final transformation into Metatron. So, it says, here's another vision. Here's another picture here. This is Book 3 of Enoch, the elevation. Excuse me. The elevation of Metatron. Metatron meets Rabbi Ishmael. So, this is Enoch appearing before Ishmael. Metatron meets Rabbi Ishmael at the 7th hall, shielding him from the power of the angels before the throne of glory. Trembling seizes him until the Holy One lifts up his spirit. So this is Ishmael here. There we go. So this is upside down. Whoops, sorry. This is Enoch in his ultimate form coming to Rabbi Ishmael. What that is. Pretty gnarly.
Is that kind of like the thing are they talking about the thing over there like Mecca? That cube thing?
I'm not sure. We'll find out, I reckon. You're talking about when the new heaven comes down to join the earth, like at the end of days?
Over there in Mecca, they got this big black giant cube. They walk around in a circle. You know what I'm talking about?
No, man, help me out here.
I think it's Mecca. It's like Mecca. I don't know. It's a big ass black cube, bro. Go look it up.
Where's it at?
It's over in the Middle East.
Oh, the Middle East. I have to look that up.
I don't know exactly where it's at, or I tell you, but I know I read about it somewhere. It's like this.
Right.
It's something to do with God, or maybe not. Maybe it's Muslim. I don't know. But they walk around the black cube.
He said maybe it's Muslim. I don't know.
But they walk around the black cube and they pray up with it. You know what I mean? They don't worship the cube or nothing.
I know. The Israelis they worship or they pray to the Eastern Wall or whatever.
Yeah, that's what I'm. Yeah, there's a cube over there though. Look,
yeah. Look it up. Get the exact story on that, and then get back with me on that if you can. It might have something to do with the Book of Enoch. It might be in here. Like we find out a lot of crazy shit in here. So anyway, chapter 1 of Book 3 of Enoch. It says when I was ascended on high. This is Enoch talking to Ishmael. He says, when I was ascended on high, and I behold the vision of the Merkabah, and then entered the 6 halls of one within the other. As soon as I reached the door, the 7th hall, I stood still in prayer before the Holy One. Blessed be he in lifting me up my eyes on high towards the divine majesty. I said, Lord of the universe, I pray thee that the merit of Aaron, the son of Amram, and the lover of peace and the pursuer of peace, who has received the crown of priesthood from my glory. So basically, Enoch is dubbing this dude like a saint of sorts, if you will. God's given him that authority. That's pretty cool. What translation? The English translation. So anyway, it says, the glory on the mount of Sinai be valid for me in this hour. So Icosophel, the prince, and the angels of him may not get power over me, nor throw me down from the heavens. Dang. So he was like basically letting Ishmael know what kind of authority he had with God.
The black cube is called Kaaba, and it's Islamic, and they walk around it, and when they pray, they face towards it.
Okay, so they face towards the east, yeah, or whatever it is, yeah.
Yeah, I don't
We'll
know,
read
but
that when we get into the Quran. We're gonna learn the enemy's book, and we're gonna figure it out, and we're gonna discern it. That book's fucking twisted, man. But anyway, let's keep going here, guys. We're almost through this, guys. I don't think we're gonna finish it tonight, but we're gonna get to a nice little portion of it. Anyway, let's see, where was I? It says, then I entered the seventh hall and led me to the camps of Shekinah and placed me before the Holy One. Blessed be the one who beheld Merkabah as the sun and the princes of Merkabah, and the flaming seraphim perceived me and fixed their eyes upon me. Instantly trembling and shuddering seized me, and I fell down, and I was benumbed by the radiant image of their eyes and the splendid appearance of their faces. Now, see, we read that anytime Noah or Enoch or Methuselah or Lamech, anytime they were approached by an angel, like they fell like face down in a submission type. And it said, I don't remember who it was. I think it was Noah. Noah, when he saw his grandfather Enoch, when he saw his great grandfather Enoch, he fell down and he was so scared of him he pissed himself. So, yeah, that's pretty scary. Anyway, it says, I was faces until the Holy One blessed me, and he said, rebuked them, saying, my servants, my seraphim, my cherubim. I'm going to look that one up. A cherubim. And my Ophanim, that's his Ophanim, cover your eyes before Ishmael, my son. So, wow, this is God. He's picking another person like that Ishmael because Enoch thinks he's worthy. My son, my friend, my beloved one, and my glory, that he trembled not nor shudder. Forthwith Metatron, the prince of presence, came and restored my spirit and put me up on my feet. So Ishmael is literally being blessed, like in the presence of God. Ernie said that cube has something to do with Satan. Look up the stone they lick on LOL. They got a stone that they lick? Ew, gross. Yes. I think I heard something about that.
Yes.
Where they all lick the same stone.
Yes, and it has something. Okay, so something about that cube also has something to do with like the end of days when the church is like the church is built. That one weird church or whatever that they're supposed to be like conglomerating all the like religions into like one.
Right. An angel, yes, angels do present in human form. They do. We just haven't read that yet. Right now, as this point, the angels have, like, Enoch is so righteous, and Noah is so righteous, and this Ishmael is so righteous. They present in their natural form. But Enoch does say that men came to him in heaven. These angels turned into men form at will. So they would show the real form and then show their manly form. So Enoch did. We read that several times in here. We'll probably read it again before the book's up. But it does say that these men took him back and forth through heaven. So, yeah. So anyway, it says, my servants and my seraphim and my cherubim and my Ophanim covered your eyes before Ishmael, my son, my friend, and my beloved one, that my glory, that he trembled not nor shudder, forthwith Metatron, the Prince of Presence, came and restored my spirit and put me upon my feet. After that moment, there was a noten me strength enough to say a song before the throne of glory. He got to sing a song before God. That's pretty cool. Throne of glory of the glorious King and guys, I'm an old man. Throne of the glorious and the glorious King, and the mightiest of all the kings, the most excellent of all the princes, until after the hour had passed. So he got to sing to Jesus while he was in heaven, bro. That's pretty sick. He got to sing to Jesus while he was in heaven. That's tough as shit. Teddy Dad, what's going on, bro?
Oh man,
How you
I feel
feeling,
like
man?
shit.
You,
I feel like shit, bro.
yeah, well, man, you didn't have to tune in tonight. If you're sick, you're sick, bro.
Nah, I tune into this, but
So, okay. Well, I'm glad you're here then, buddy.
I just owe you next Tuesday.
Okay, no worries, bro. So, anyway, this is okay. This is after 1 hour had passed. The Holy One. Sorry, guys. Blessed be. He opened to me the gates of Shekinah, and the gates of the peace, and the gates of wisdom, and the gates of strength, and the gates of power, and the gates of speech, Debur, and the gates of song, and the gates of Quedusha, Quedushsha, Kedusha, I don't know. Whatever it says, weird fucking name. Anyway, it says the gates of the chant and the enlightened my eyes and my heart, and by words of the psalm, book of Psalms, song, praise, exaltation, thanksgiving, exaltment, glorification, hymn, and the eulogy, and as it opened my mouth, uttering a song before the Holy One, blessed be he, the holy chayeth beneath and above the throne of the glory, answered and said, holy and blessed be the glory of Yahweh from his place. So those were the lyrics. Thank you for those stickers, bro. Those are awesome. Hope you guys can use those stickers. They're fun. I made them for you guys. I didn't know that was a thing until like a few weeks ago, and I put it on there. I hope you guys like them. So anyways, we're going into chapter 2. So see, some of these chapters are like this, but some of them are kind of long. Jeez, I keep yawning tonight. It says, all right, chapter 2. It says, in that hour, the eagles of the Merkabah, the flaming Ophanim, and the seraphim, and the consuming fire asked Metatron, saying to him, youth, why surfaced thou one born of woman to enter and behold the Merkabah? He's talking about Jesus being born through Mary. Okay, so this is from which nation, from which tribe is this one? What is his character? Metatron answers, said to them, from the nation of Israel, from the Holy One, blessed be. He chose for his people from among 70 tongues, nations, from the tribes of the Levi, whom he set aside as a contribution to his name, and from the seed of Aaron, whom the Holy One, blessed be, he did choose for his servant and put upon him the crown of priesthood in Sinai. Never mind, he was talking about Moses. He was talking about Moses. For what he spake and said, indeed, this one is worthy, and behold the Merkabah, and the Holy One said, happy is the people that is in such a case. He was talking about Moses, straight up. Okay, I thought it was something else. So anyway, chapter 3.
So Moses and Jesus and Enoch were together?
No, Moses is still on earth. So Ishmael has been pulled up to heaven by Enoch, kind of like how Enoch was pulled up by the angels, by God. Same situation with Ishmael. So Ishmael is up in heaven with Enoch and God and Jesus, and they're looking down and they're watching Moses. They're talking about Moses right now. They're talking about God going down on Mount Sinai and speaking with Moses and writing the Ten Commandments.
That's what I'm saying. You know, when he went up there, you gotta go read that. He was met by.
What?
I think when he went up there, he was met by two different. I don't know. I might have read that wrong. I just thought I put something together there.
Oh, I don't know, man. Right now it says he's standing before a whole different. He's standing before the main hierarchies of angels. Ishmael is, and he's
I know when Buddy went up the mountain to get the 10 Commandments. When he came back down, the people had already
Moses
the gold and everything, and made a golden calf, and they had to repent. But
yep.
I was thinking, I'm like, hell, that means maybe that's why he was. And then when he came down, he was older. He was also older. So I was thinking, I'm like, well, what if he went up there and talked to them when he was? Maybe that's what took him so damn long. What if he was up here? Well, you know, talking to.
Well, he was up there for so long they had thought he had abandoned them with God, and they turned to idols, and that was a big no. Aaron was forgiven. Right there, you go. Aaron was forgiven. Plain and simple. It says that in the King James. Well, right now we're reading the Book of Enoch, and just so everybody knows, we do keep everything. I got King James. This is 2023. This is 1904. This is a Jewish Torah. We also have the Muslim Quran. We have also the Ethiopian Bible. And I got more on the way. And I'm really looking forward to getting into this stuff with you guys. It's going to be a blast. So, yeah. It's a whole all this is like a learning process for everybody. Sometimes it gets a little like churchy. It's crazy. It gets kind of like, I intended this just to be a channel where I read just old text and got down to the conspiracies and facts and things like that. But honestly, as a person of faith, you start reading this and it turns into like a religious book club. It's kind of neat. It's fun, I think. So anyway, we're going into chapter 3 of the Book of Enoch. It says, in that hour, this is Ishmael talking about his experience in heaven with Enoch. It says, in that hour, I asked Metatron, Enoch, the angel and the prince of presence, that's his new position in heaven, Enoch's. It says, what is the name? What is thy name? And he answered me, I have 70 names corresponding to the 70 tongues of the world, and all of them are based upon the name Metatron, angel of the presence, but my king calls me Youth Nayar. Capital N, lowercase a, space A-R. Nayar. That's what God refers to him as.
What chapter is that?
Let's see. That is chapter 3 of the book 3 of Enoch.
Thank you.
And so it says, so I'm going to show you guys here. I'm going to prove my point here. So you'll see this. See, chapter 3 is that long, and then there's chapter 4. And then it continues over here just a little bit. See what I'm saying? So some of these chapters are like this, and some of them are
short.
We're skipping.
We're skipping what we skipped.
It's not us skipping. It's them skipping over stuff that, yeah. So just like you were proving how short that chapter is compared to the other chapters.
Yes. And that's why we got this thing. So I think that's going to fill in a lot of the spaces that we don't. You know what I'm saying?
Excited, bro. I'm excited when you get into that one. I don't want to miss one when you go to read those. The Ethiopian.
Yeah,
because,
I
know. I'll be honest with you. I'm ready. This is how much we got left of this book. Okay, so it's not much. Once we get through this, I am so excited to get into that Ethiopian Bible, dude. It's like, I'm biting my nails ready to get into it. So how we went from you said, how do we go from Isaac to Jacob to Moses to Metatron? Okay. Enoch is now Metatron. It sounds like something from the Transformers movies. honestly, but it's Metatron. It's his name now in heaven. And God calls him Nayar. So, anyway, Enoch is transformed 3 different times at this point. Right now, he's at his 3rd final stage. He is not transforming anymore. He is setting up, okay, there's God on the throne, Jesus to his right, no one else. And then to his left, there's Gabriel and then Enoch, his 3rd in command. Plain and simple. That's how it explains it. So it's God, Jesus, Gabriel, Enoch. And they command everybody else. So chapter 4 says, I asked Metatron and said to him, why art thou called the name of the Creator, and by 70 names thou art greater than all the princes, higher than all the angels, beloved more than all the servants, honored above all the mighty ones, and kingship, greatness, and glory. Why do they call thee youth? They call him youth. They call him young. In the high heavens, he answered and said to me, because I am Enoch, the son of Jared, from when the generation of the flood sinned and were confounded in their deeds, saying unto God, depart from us, for we desire not the knowledge of the ways. Job 21:14. Then the Holy One blessed be he removed me from the midst there to witness against them and the highest heavens to all the inhabitants of the world. And they may not say the merciful one is cruel. So see, that's where I get aggravated. That's where I get aggravated. Like, I work real hard. I'm working real hard lately trying to watch my language a little bit more because I do have a little one. And I want to be a better daddy. So I don't want her cursing, you know. And God says to keep a clean tongue. He does. He says watch your mouth. But where I get frustrated is people like, well, your guy condones, you know, schminicide, you know, and all that other stuff. Listen, when God does that, that's when you read this Bible and it shows like them going to Jericho and Canaan, and God says, unalive everything, man, woman, child, down to the last blade of grass. Listen, I know it's horrible, but listen, when you have a whole, I don't know, I don't want to condone that kind of shit because I'm a human being and I don't believe anybody deserves it, but in God's eyes, God's like, they're so evil and so corrupt, they cannot be allowed to reproduce anymore. And if you leave any of them, they're going to reproduce, and I ain't having it. So it's God, honestly, just keeping the earth pure. Because he knows all of our hearts. He knows all of our spirits, right? So when all this mass happens, that's God cleaning the earth of evil shit. That's the only thing that condones it. I'm sorry, but if you can't handle that in 2026, you're a pussy. I'm sorry. It's evil and good and evil. It says in the end of days, evil will be called good, and good will be called evil. And also, like we read in this, it straight up says, so like it was in the days of Noah, so shall it be in the end of man. Get it?
Yep.
And now we're not even talking about Noah's flood. We're talking about our time now. He's talking about after the flood. So what we're reading now is post-flood. This is after. It's crazy. And people blame God for everything. And that's bullshit. Satan has rule over this earth, and God's just trying to clean it the fuck up. And people seem to get it mixed up. I'm sorry. If you can't handle the truth, deuces to you. It says, what sin all those multitudes, their wives, their sons, and their daughters, and their horses, and their mules, and their cattle, and their property, and all the birds, and all the world, and all the which the Holy One blessed be he destroyed from the world together. See, he even destroyed their cattle and shit when he flooded the earth because God knew it was corrupt. Listen. The fallen angels and the Nephilim, they had us humans messing with miscegenation, genetics, genealogy. Get it? These Nephilim were insatiably lustful. You know what I'm getting? And they bred everything. Get it? They crossed. That's why you hear in the Greek stories like them fucking centaurs and the fucking, what's the bull with the fucking horns that's part man or whatever? All that shit. Yeah, that. And go ahead.
I said they were playing Jurassic Park.
Right, go ahead, ma'am.
Okay, so have you ever seen where they speak to a plant or they'll speak to water or something like that and it'll have a different energy about it, or like the molecular structure can change? Okay, so imagine that you were living around something and you were an animal and you were an animal that they proposed to eat or slaughter or something like that. When it comes to that and you were to take that in, that would be, again, it would be like taking in something that has been around abuse and shma abuse. I don't know if I can say that on here.
Right. Yeah, I get you.
It would be like taking in something that was tarnished and not good for your soul. So
hello, Maureen. Welcome in.
It's that mentality of, again, like if you speak to a plant, that plant's not going to grow if you're saying these negative things. And if you say these positive things, you're seeing all this fruitfulness and all this greatness from it. So again, if you take that into your soul, I don't think that that's a positive.
Right? Yeah, and honestly, man, it's what I've noticed is like
from the grain of like just even the grass, like take the grass out. So it makes me think like he's even talking about plants. He said, take it all down, take it. It's all schmut.
Right. God knew it was all, every last bit of it was corrupt. And that's what people seem to understand. And they say, how can you love a God that can do this? And how can you love a God that can do that? Because he did it for our own damn good. Listen, God is a parent. He's a father. He's a dad. Get it? He's a parent. I mean, what would you do for your own kids if you saw an evil world so evil and you had the authority by God to do it? You would wipe them out to keep your kid what? Safe. From what? Evil. Get it? It's common sense. People just overcomplicate it. Anytime God called for an act like that was because whatever was being destroyed was evil. Like 120% evil. There's nothing good about it. It was either cross-genetic or not blessed and grown in his will or whatever. Whatever it was needed to be destroyed for our own good. End of story. And all you people that, why you can't worship a God that condones it? Yes, you can. Stupid, because he did it for your own good. And had he not done that shit, you or me would not be here for anything. Common sense, yes. I think so. You know what? And you know what's fucked up? They bring up that of the firstborns. The Egypts did that. The Egyptians did that. And then God did it. He took the Egyptians, he saved them. If we want to get into that story in Exodus, you're talking about, yeah. It's because they brought that up. Look, Ramesses the Great was going to do the same thing that his daddy did before him and trying to take out Moses, right? So when he did that, God said, okay, I'll do you one better. And he got Ramesses before Ramesses can get the Israelites. That's all that happened. It was a power play. It was a power play by God, maneuvered in the right spot. And honestly, he saved all them kids from bullshit. Plain and simple. He did it again, for their own good. So, yeah. And people don't like it. That's the problem. People don't like the truth anymore. They get mad at you for telling the truth. And that's, we're all taught the old saying, "Oh, truth shall set you free," and all the tell the truth, you won't get in that much trouble. Bullshit. When you tell the truth, let me tell you something. The closer you get to God, for one, the closer you get to Jesus Christ, the weirder people are going to see you. I'm sorry. If you can't handle the heat, stay out of the kitchen. That's just the way it goes. The closer you get to Christ, the weirder you're going to be to people. They're like, man, this dude's a Bible thumping weirdo son of a gun. I don't want to be nowhere around this dude. He's preaching all the time. He's acting weird. No, I don't want nothing to do with this guy. And then on top of that, you're being judged. You're being on every act you do. So you can't cuss. You can't do this. You can't do that because everybody's judging you. You know what I'm saying? And that's just the way it goes. So it's all a big hassle. You just gotta ride it out. It's a journey of faith, plain and simple. And Jesus Christ puts it in the best one, Book of Matthew. It's plain and simple. It's a journey of faith. So anyway, says where was I? It says, and for when the generation of the flood sinned and were confounded in their deeds, and saying unto God, depart from us, for we desire the knowledge. For with the Job 21:14, and when the Holy One blessed be, and he removed me from their midst, and the witness against them in the highest heavens, in the high heavens, to all the inhabitants of for their world, and they may not say, the merciful one is cruel. That sinned all those multitudes, their wives, their sons, and their daughters, and their horses, and their mules, and their cattle, and their property, and all the birds of the world that with the Holy Blessed he destroyed the world and the waters of the flood. And the Holy One blessed be, he lifted up and the light and poured eyes to be the witness against and the world. The Holy One, blessed be, he has signed the prince and the ruler among the ministering angels. So now Enoch is there. He admits his thing right there. That's hierarchy in the angels. Command over all the. That's pretty strong. Straight up. It says, thou the ministering angels, whose eyes and charges against me, and heaven saying, for the Holy One, be said not the ancient one, first one, rightly for thee, do not create man, the Holy Blessed be, in the angels, the Son have made, I will bear, yeah. So the angels were going to say, they were created like straight up. Wow. Before anybody. I have full signal.
We're here.
Yeah, because I got it. I'm not seeing anything. I'm not seeing any break. It's so weird. It's really super bad. I'm not seeing any breakage. I don't see it. Oh, wow. I am seeing something weird. Oh, wow. It's making weird noises you hear it?
Yeah, I
I
can
wonder